toot toot. Toot toot. Two two 1 2 2 2. Two. Ah, that'll do it. Testing 1 2 2 2 1 2 2. Testing 1 2 2. That's all I can count to is 2 1 2. Testing 2 testing. And it's a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, well, effectively day 2, but day 1 of URDP for 2019. My name's JR, and alongside me I have Grifter on the mics. We're going to be bringing you all the action from Springers Leisure Centre here in sunny Keysborough, as both teams just go through their last-minute prep, and we get this one underway between the Mystery Rollers and the Krakens. Just before we get going, we would like to respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land for which we are, the Warrandingi, Bunurong and Boon Barang peoples, and recognise their continuing connection to the land, water and community. We pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging. As commentators and announcers, we are always trying to ensure that we are use inclusive language during the games, both on and off the track. Whilst we are going to do our utmost to ensure that we use the right pronouns, there may be times that we make mistakes. If we make a mistake, it's not intentional by any means, but as you can understand, the speed of the commentary in the game can be fast. If we slip up, just let us know, and we'll be sure to get all that corrected for you. So with no more further ado, Griff, thanks, and let's get this bout underway as I welcome my co-commentator, Grifter. Good morning to you.
And morning, JR. Good to be here on this chilly but fine day here in Melbourne.
Oh, I'm telling you now, this cold weather can just go now. It can be done with, it can be finished, it can be bye-byes. I'm a January baby, so I'm not really coping with this cold weather rubbish.
Well, and I am a fan of the cold weather, but there is a limit to that, that fandom.
Absolutely.
And we got all our skaters now taking their positions on the track. Officials just having their fine little huddle out in the middle there. We might take this opportunity just to quickly run through the team lists.
Yeah, go for it. You got the Krakens, I believe?
Yes, I have the South Island... Is it South Island? No,
South Island Sirens.
South Island Sirens.
Yes.
The Krakens. So lining up for the Krakens, we have at number 0, Shrek. Number 101, Psycho Sapphire. Number 11, Misfire. Number 111, Grim Rooper. Number 167, Pinky Bits. Number 29, Nicholas. Number 3, Bashful Bell. Number 30, Miss Disgrace. And Miss Disgrace wearing the captain's badge today.
Yep.
Number 34, Dirty 5. Number 77, Unstable Mabel. Number 84, Glasgow Kiss. And number 99, Lemmy Adam. That is your South Island Sirens, the
Nice.
Krakens. Oh, and their bench staff, Aviva Vendetta,
Yep.
Sin, and Hot Jam Donut.
Whee. And on the Mystery Rollers side of the equation, we have number 02, Rumblebee, number 020, Lightby Fine, also the captain, number 03, Poppet, number 036, JB Boom, number 077, Donatello, number 13, Griff, number 212, Dim Plug, number 24, Smackbeth, number 44, Bounty Hunter, number 672, Maid of Madness, number 77, Lady Justice, know her. Number 8, Skater McGavin, I know her. Number 81, Tits and Tats, know her too. And number 88, Demolition Dales. Some very familiar names in that lineup. And they are the URDP Mystery Rollers.
Yeah, the Potluck team always manages to attract some quality skaters.
Yep.
And it looks like we're just about to get underway now.
We got away from Dim Plug.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they used to skate with Din at the Guild up on southeast Queensland there. So,
and a very, well, I'd say a very warm welcome, but a very warm welcome to all our northern friends who have come down for this weekend. And as we're just about set, game 1.
And we've got number 020, is it Library Fire?
Library Fine, yep.
Lining up for the Mystery Rollers, and it looks like a 111 for the Krakens. That would be Grim Rooper. All right, and it's Grim Rooper who grabs lead jammer, flying up that outside line, just managing to shove away past in plug there.
Yeah, didn't need much room there, did he, on that last pass, to get through and, well, get lead jammer status first of all, but then was smart enough to call it off.
Yeah, no need to get too fancy early on. Just get some points on the board. Open up the account. 4 points to 0 for the Krakens.
Nice.
As we see number 30, Miss Disgrace, taking the line for the Krakens. Facing off against number 24.
That's Macbeth. Jamie for the Mystery Rollers. So we've got this one underway. Slow moving pack now, just making its way into turn 1 and getting out front. And the lead Jamie status is going to miss Disgrace for the Krakens.
The Krakens wall, big solid wall, anchored there by Shrek. But Smackbeth able to find a way through. Chasing down that pack now. But Miss Disgrace with the call off. So Mystery Rollers yet to open their scoring account, and it is now 8 points to 0 for the Krakens. And when you've got Shrek anchoring your wall, it's not going to move very far.
It doesn't. It tends to stay somewhat stationary, and for a long period of time. So if you're a jam and you see Shrek, you're not having a good day.
And we're starting with a 3-on-3 blocker lineup.
Yep.
Both teams with a skater in the bin. And it's the Krakens who take advantage of the lower blocker numbers, finding an easy route through the pack there.
Yeah, again, Lemmy Adam, one of those skaters that just does not need that much room, and when it's on offer, it's taken pretty darn quickly.
And Rumblebee, not to be outdone, also finding a way through the pack. Did she manage to grab a point? Any points right at the end there? No, 4 points to 0 again in that jam.
I'm seeing a fist in the air, which indicates that that particular jammer did not score any points.
Mystery Rollers captain
Library
lining
Fire.
up again, Library Fire.
Yep.
So Library Fire and Grim Reaper back again on the jammer line. The Krakens still one skate down at the moment. So slight pack advantage to the Mystery Rollers. Can they take advantage and open their account? It's not looking good. It's Grim Reaper who has grabbed lead jammer status.
Yeah, Grim, again, is one of those skaters that does not need a heck of a lot of invitation in terms of space available on the track to get on through. Making that previous pass look oh so easy, picking up 4 points for his effort. There's a pack now slowly coming out of turn 2, or making its way down the back part of the track, but unfortunately...
Yes, Rupert being sent to the penalty box, so this is going to be a full 2-minute jam. And Library Fire still on an initial pass, trying to find some gap in this Kraken's defence. Almost down that inside line, but just cops a little shove at the last minute, forced to yield.
The pack now coming down into turn number 1. It's got a little bit of pace about it. And unfortunately for Library Fire, there's a blocker in the name of Shrek that is doing absolutely everything that they can possibly do to make sure that Library Fire does not get through. Meanwhile, all that was taking place, Grim Reaper gets released out of the penalty box, so he'll make his way back out on track.
Yeah, and Library Fire called to return to the track, so the no pack had been called just as she... it was going to look like a cut track, but no pack was called, so able to continue on.
So there's another 4 points being added to the Kraken's total. Grim Reaper just doing what has to be done, getting points. There's a pack now coming through turn number 3. Nice big hit there by Shrek on Library Fire, just knocking her to the inside part of the track.
And important to note too that this weekend the finals or the positions in the finals will be decided by points differential, so every point does count.
Yep. So it looks like we're under a timeout of sorts, maybe? Yes? No? No. I did forget to mention the bench crew for the Mystery Rollers. Of course, the bench crew for the Mystery Rollers in this particular game is Kawaii Kid, Tickamy Hell No, and Poppet. So I do apologise to those beautiful people.
And we do have a timeout call.
We do.
So Pombat just coming over and quick chat to the scoreboard around the timing of the timeout. There was a slight missed call there, so it will get back underway quicker than you might expect.
Because while we've got this opportunity, a very quick shout out to all our refs, NSOs, all our volunteers here at URDPs this weekend. For without them, we cannot do this event. So a massive thank you to all our refs and all our volunteers.
As I'm sure most of the Derby community know, that very, very heavy volunteer presence that makes Derby happen. Not just skaters volunteering their time on their off games, but dedicated refs and NSOs here as well.
Yep. So it is then a Miss Disgrace.
Yeah, starting on a power jam and a blocker down for the mystery rollers. So a reasonably easy lead jammer claim there.
Yep.
As Miss Disgrace comes around for a scoring pass now, just banging and bashing off the shoulders of these mystery rollers.
Nice. Nice bit of footwork there from Miss Disgrace coming through off the turn number 4.
Library Fire has returned from the penalty box, but picks up a bank block straight away, unfortunately, and is going straight back to the naughty corner. Meanwhile, Miss Disgrace continues on racking up those points.
So it's another 4 points being added to the Kraken's total, Miss Disgrace. Making hay while the sun shines, I think, is what they say.
Yes, and just deciding to call it off. A couple of extra points there. Ice the mystery rollers jammer in the bin and give her next jammer out a power jam start. And it looks like Lemmy Adam is going to be the next jammer to take the line.
We've got a heap of sponsors here this weekend, Griff. An absolute plethora of sponsors. We'll get through them in just a few moments. As we get ourselves set now. Jam number 6. And it is Library Fire jamming for the mystery rollers. We can't quite see who it is jamming for the Krakens. It is at number 9-9.
And some good, solid last line defence there from Dinplug and Rumblebee, managing to hold up Lemmy Adam just a little bit longer.
Yep.
She did manage to find a way through. And we're going to see Library Fire returning from the bin as well. But still on an initial pass, while Lemmy Adam continues to try and rack up more and more points for the Krakens.
Another 4 points there for Lemmy Adam being added to the Krakens total.
Yeah, as Dinplug thought he had one last shot at Lemmy Adam, turned around and there was a Shrek shoulder right in his face.
Yeah, that happens quite a lot. So it is a slow moving pack coming through off turn number 4, Groove. Both teams are quite happy to go nice and defensive on the jammers. Lemmy Adams, though, not having much to do with that. Just getting on through the pack and just getting the points on the board for the Krakens.
And so that jam ends with 12 points to 0 in favour of the Krakens, extending that lead out now 45 points to 2.
Yeah. So I mentioned before, we have some sponsors here this weekend making this event possible. Aussie Broadband is our premium sponsor today for URDP. For all your internet solutions, make sure you check out this brilliant Australian company. That's Aussie Broadband. They're good.
Yes, thank you, Aussie Broadband, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another one of those facets that has to fall into line for a tournament like this to come off, and that is finding good sponsors. Definitely. And we have found them in spades this year for URDP 2019.
Exactly.
As well as a fantastic new venue. So the Springer Leisure Centre, thank you very much.
This is Kingston's training ground. We actually train on, you can see the green track here, and we train on track 2 as well. So to be able to bring the event here is it's pretty special to us. We didn't really sort of comment on that last jam, and that's all that happens. But it was a lead jammer. It was
Grim Rupert.
He picked up the 4 points.
Mm-hmm. And while we're talking sponsors here this weekend, and a huge thank you goes out to the Victorian Government for all their support of URDP 2019.
Yes.
Without you, we couldn't hold events like this.
Yep. The Victorian Government have been absolutely monumental as we get this one underway. It is then number 02, Rumble B, and Miss Disgrace, your 2 jammers out on track.
Yes. Rumble B operating out of Southeast Queensland area for Toowoomba and at times Brisbane City Rolls as well.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely phenomenal jammer.
Yep.
It's scary, some of the talent coming up with these juniors that are now making the transition into
to senior ranks.
Yep. Yeah. Makes me think I might have about 12 months of skating left, and then I'm going to be pushed out pretty quickly.
So it's going to be a 2-on-3 blocker advantage going the way of the mystery rollers. The penalty box, unfortunately, in that previous jam, Griff, just seeing a little bit of traffic.
Rumble B claiming 2 points on that last jam. So mystery rollers now up to 4 points. As we see, is that Smack Beth lining up for the rollers. And Let Me At Him, and it is Smack Beth that grabs lead jammer, but Let Me At Him.
This is what we want to see, a little bit of jammer on jammer action, both jammers giving it some.
Oh, some great work there from Let Me At Him, just forcing Smack Beth to call off that jam.
Yeah, Smack Beth has seen enough. Normally when as a jammer, you know when your opposing jammer is right on your heels. So the call-off becomes, it's pretty obvious. Unless you're really super confident you've been able to get points and you have a confidence within your blockers to be able to hold the other jammer up, it's probably safe to call it off.
And so we've got a 3-on-3 blocker formation again with Grim Rooper taking on Rumblebee.
Getting on through, I was just going to say, getting on through, picking up lead jammer, it is Grim Reaper for the Krakens.
So slightly different tack there from Grim Reaper on this one. He been taking the lines pretty well up until now, but that one was more brute strength straight up the middle. Just managed to find a little bit of a crack in the defence and force a way through.
And the really good jammers do that. They have this amazing ability to find the smallest piece of real estate and they make it their own, and they do it very, very quickly. That's the other amazing thing with some of the real top-line jammers. Another sponsor too, Griff, I'd like to make mention of. Lifecare. Lifecare Chiropractic. Now, Lifecare Chiropractic is an interesting story with these guys. They look after pretty much everyone at Kingston. Lifecare Chiropractic are just amazing. They're based here in the southeast, and they're basically sponsoring all the trophies this weekend. So we say a huge thank you to Lifecare Chiropractic.
Them over there.
So we get this one underway then, Griff. We have Smack Beth and Miss Disgrace, the 2 jammers out on track.
And neither jammer at this point really able to find much of a gap anyway. Bouncing off these defensive balls, but it is Smack Beth who claims lead jammer, and not only lead jammer, but grabs a power jam as well. So Miss Disgrace off to the naughty corner.
Good opportunity for the mystery rollers and Griff to pick up some, well, you'd have to say some much needed points for playing 53 with just over 7 minutes, or just under 7 minutes remaining. So this is a good opportunity for Smack Beth to pick up a nice little bag of points to add to the mystery rollers total.
Yes, and of course all the pool matches operating on 20-minute halves this weekend up until we get to finals. So time does fly when you only have the 20 minutes.
It certainly does, or when you're having fun.
And Smack Beth with a fantastic move on the inside line. They're just able to keep 1 foot in and stay in track, continue to rack up points for the mystery rollers. It's a fantastic jam for the rollers here.
Yeah. And with it all to do, Miss Disgrace caught up in the pack as it makes its way now through off of turn number 2 down to back straightaway.
Yeah, Miss Disgrace, a solid hit on that last line defence there.
Yeah.
And just keeps on rolling.
Ooh.
So this will be a full 2-minute jam.
Yes.
Miss Disgrace was able to grab lead before she got sent to the penalty box, so the jam has just got to keep doing those laps, trying to rack up those points.
Exactly.
Smack Beth comes around to try and do that once again.
Now the pack making its way down the main straightaway into turn number 1. Mr. Disgrace finding a way through, picking up 4 points. As this one comes to its natural conclusion. There you go.
Able to just dip around that last Kraken's blocker to grab the 4 points on that final pass. So 20 points to 8,
nice.
and
that's a huge help.
Exactly what Mystery Rollers needed at this point. It's amazing how a jam like that can really turn the tide of a game as well.
So it looks like we have Unstable Mabel for the first time jamming for the Mystery Rollers on the jammer start line as we get this one underway.
And it's Lemmy Adam for the Krakens.
My apologies if I got the skater wrong. I said it's Donatello apparently, so okay, apologies.
And Lemmy Adam flying around for a 4-point scoring pass. And of course, this is the first year where there are no jammer lap points anymore.
That's right.
Not quite sure how I feel about that. I mean, as a ref, it's good. It makes the jam refs job a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it did add a different element. I think the theory was just to try and simplify some of the game a bit. Wasn't
and sometimes you do have to do that which appears to be like, why are we doing this? But in actual fact, it's to make things just a little bit easier, and hasn't had too much of an impact. Everyone's embraced it, and we move on, as they say in the classics. Ooh, 13 points, nice.
So 50-point lead to the Krakens now, 74 points over 24 for the Mystery Rollers. And just under 4 minutes left in this first half. And it looks like, yes, Mystery Rollers jammer starting in the penalty box. Was that Donatello, you said?
Yeah. So it's going to be a power jam start for the Krakens as we get this one underway. Grim Reaper it is. The pack now coming through turns 1 and 2. Got a little bit of pace about it. Grim Reaper he's been made to work pretty hard to get through the pack. Trying to work a gap on the inside line. That wasn't on offer, so recycled back into the middle part. Now the pack comes down the back straight away again. Grim Reaper finding life just a little bit difficult at the moment, but gets on through.
There's Mystery Rollers with the lead.
Yeah.
So shout out to Skater McGavin there with a fantastic hit on Grim Reaper just to force Grim to the inside line. That was enough to allow the Mystery Rollers jammer to get through, grab lead, but unfortunately just call it off. Stop the bleed. Make sure there were no points scored.
Again, in that situation, if you know your jammer's quicker than you, you're always going to call it off.
As we see Smackbeth again lining up against Miss Disgrace.
Picking up lead jammer, who's Miss Disgrace, wasting no time getting through the pack.
Just only needs a millimetre down that inside line to tippy toe.
So quick. So quick.
Smackbeth being recycled back at turn 2 there by 35.
So the initial pass for Mr. Disgrace was all done and dusted. It was all about this point scoring pass on that previous run through. So 4 points being added to the Kraken's total.
And as if trying to get past Shrek wasn't enough, you've got 35 there as a little bit extra on the end.
Yeah. Good luck with that. 35 supporting the very colourful sort of black and sort of green board short sort of arrangement going on there. He's comfortable. That's the main thing. Nice hit then on Smackbeth, taking her to the outside part of turn number 4, being recycled as the pack now comes into turn 1. But going about their merry way, picking up points, Miss Disgrace. 12 so far being added to the Kraken's total.
Oh, once again, 35 with that little hip bump forces Smackbeth to the outside line, having to yield all the way back. Dirty making sure she has to get every inch back as well. And
Dirty's so good at that. You think, I've got past me, and his lateral track movement is so quick and it is so effective. You think, yep, I've got it, and as you say, the hip just comes out at the last second, and it's hard. Being an ex-hockey player, I know how Dirty hits, and Dirty hits really, really hard, and he's quick.
So natural timeout to that jam, and it looks like a 16-point-0 jam in favour of the Krakens. Extending that lead out now. And aside from all our other sponsors and things, if you are coming on down today, make sure you come out and check out the food trucks down here. We've got chili dumpling, splatters, hungry panda.
Thank you. All the food trucks are just out there, ladies and gentlemen, so please feel free to make your way out there and pick yourself up some yummy goodness. So we get this one underway then, Griff. It is Library Fine jamming against
Lemmy Adam.
It is. Penalty box now, just seeing.
Double
seeing
penalty
some traffic
for the Krakens. As in 2 skaters, not 2 penalties for 1 skater.
Yep.
Lemmy Adam doesn't seem to mind though. She's pushing, continuing to cruise through. She has lead. Is looking to the bench for some advice and decides not to call it off. Obviously, trying to work to get those blockers out of the penalty box.
Yeah.
But just as the other 2 blockers stand to be released, Nicolas is sent to the penalty box. So
he will most likely. Well, he's going to sit there for 30 seconds. That we do know. But the action then coming into turn number 3 as this one comes to an end.
It looks like it's going to be 4 points apiece, maybe an extra one floating around for. Yep, so another 4 points for the mystery rollers going up there, I think.
That brings us to half time. That flew.
So scoreboard operators just having some technical difficulties at the moment. So I believe the score will end up at 94-32 once that's corrected. But we are at our half-time point now.
We are. So just a little tick over 9 minutes. We're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We trust that you're enjoying this game. The first game up Saturday morning here at URDP for 2019. It is the Krakens 94 with the Mystery Rollers on 32.
There's about 1 billion trillion stars in the universe, but when it comes to choosing your NBN provider, there's only 5 stars that matter. Aussie Broadband was rated 5 stars in the 2019 CanStar Blue Awards for overall satisfaction, speed and reliability, ease of sign-up and customer service. So if you're not happy with your current internet provider, why not join Australia's most satisfied NBN customers? Sign up with Aussie Broadband today.
we should be. We're back.
Yes, we are, and 10 seconds until Derby gets underway, apparently, but some track repairs going on at the moment.
There is.
I've just been checking in with the live stream, and apparently we're coming in through crystal clear, so
We are. Not
all good
on-
work there.
Not on one, but two channels. We're going through Facebook and we're going through YouTube. So a very, very good morning and a very warm welcome to all our online viewers, wherever you may be taking this feed from. We trust that you're enjoying this game, as we are bringing it to you.
All right, that's the rolling whistle to get this half underway. So looks like the Krakens have got one in the penalty box. Slight pack advantage to the Rollers as we see a new Gemma face.
It is JB Boom.
JB Boom taking on Grim Rooper.
Skated a bit with JB.
And we did have a slight score adjustment just
We
at the end of that last half. So it is 98 to the Krakens, 32 to the Mystery Rollers.
So we're getting this one underway then. Grim Reaper, JB Boom are your two jammers out on track. As the pack now slowly going through turn number one, picking up lead jammer, JB Boom for the Mystery Rollers.
Oh, and not just lead jammer, but a power jam for JB Boom and the Mystery Rollers as well. So what a great way to start the half for the Mystery Rollers.
Yep.
And hopefully chip away at some of that deficit, 66 points to try and catch up now as JB Boom faces off against 35, and those shoulders at 35 just causing all sorts of trouble for Boom. Din Plug coming in with the offense. But 35 with the hit out on JB Boom and forcing him all the way back.
Yep. If you ever want to see a masterclass about one-on-one positional blocking, just watch what 35 did in that previous pass. Just holding, sticking to that jam and making sure that they do not get through. So now the action now coming through turn number two, getting on through, picking up.
Yeah, so
Picking
Rupert
up no points.
coming, Rupert threw on his initial pass
The
there.
initial pass.
Returning from the penalty box. The big call from the bench there
Yeah.
to call it off. JB Boom picking up the 4 points. So a good way to start the half for the Mystery Rollers, a 4-0 jam. And it looks like we have a Rumblebee lining up for the Rollers.
Yep.
And taking on, is that Miss Disgrace?
It is.
The El Capitan for the Krakens. And Rumblebee, no fear, just slamming into the back of that Krakens pack. As Miss Disgrace grabs lead jammer. And a bit of confusion there for the Mystery Rollers. With
Tits and tats. Yeah.
Being sent off but then called back.
Thought she was going to the bin. There was a correction made, so for her, she can come back on track. Meanwhile, down the back straightaways where all the action is. The pack then coming together, trying to do a lot of offensive work on one another to clear paths for their respective jammers, but Mr. Disgrace had enough of that and called that one off.
Yeah, some good clearance there from the Krakens pack, just opening up a gap, and Mr. Disgrace straight through, 4 points, easy as you like.
So with that 8 points, Griff, that takes the Krakens over the 1 ton mark, 106, playing 36. And we've got just a tick under 17 minutes remaining.
Yeah, so a big job for the Mystery Rollers to pull it back from here, but can be done. Good couple of jams, as we saw in that first half. A couple of 20-point jams could get them right back in this game.
I was going to say a couple of 20, 25-point power jams, and all of a sudden we're talking a whole different ball game as we see the pack then coming through turn number one.
And it's Lemmy Adam for the Krakens, who does manage to find a way around the outside there and grab lead jammer status. And it looks like a star pass has been completed for... No. What happened there? No, there was an attempted star pass, but in the end it was the jammer that just made their way through. So Maid of Madness.
I believe that was the first time we saw or have seen Maid of Madness on as a jammer in this particular game. Well done.
Mystery Roller's able to pick up a sneaky point at the end of that jam as well. 2 points to 1 in favour of the Krakens for that jam. As we see Grim Rooper for the Krakens taking on JB Boom for the Mystery Rollers. All skaters out on track, so
Yep.
clear penalty box.
A full complement of skaters is what we like to see as we get this one then underway. JB Boom with it all to do, coming up against the brute force that is Shrek in the form of the blocking that's on display coming through turn number 1. But out. Oh, no, unfortunately for Grim.
Yes, picking up a penalty sent to the penalty box. And JB Boom has grabbed lead jammer status and managed to get past the final blocker. And on his way now, power jam scoring pass for JB Boom.
Yep.
But the penalty box staff getting a bit of a workout moment. 2 Mystery Rollers blockers as well being sent to the bin. So it's going to be a tough ask for JB Boom with a full 4-ball on track for the Krakens.
Yep.
Krakens, comparatively, this is quite a fast pack for the Krakens, speeding things up.
A nice little move on the inside part of turns 1 and 2. JB Boom getting on through, picking up 4 points. A fast-moving pack is not what jammers want. They don't want that. They want stationary packs so they can just glide on through. But anyway, JB Boom managed to find a way. It's a nice bit of footwork that allowed him to get through and pick up points. Not to be outdone. Grim Reaper back on track.
JB Boom and Rooper. So official timeout being called.
Looks like for some track repair here on the outside part of the main straightaway, just in front of the jammer line. Whilst we've got this opportunity, there's a number of vendors here this weekend. Between the Lines Clothing, make sure you go over and check them out. Superstar Inc., I'm keen to check them out. As well as Divine Sense Creations. And there's a few more we'll cover shortly.
Mystery Rollers just with the 2 blockers on track at the moment. As you can see, a DIN plug.
And I can see a library fine, but it looks
Library fire, yeah. Okay,
Yep.
so 2 blockers there, 2 blockers in the bin.
Yep.
And Rumblebee with the star facing off against Mr. Disgrace. Oh. And beautiful work. Oh no, unfortunately Rumblebee picking up a penalty.
Yeah, cut track unfortunately on the outside part of the main straightaway.